Today on the channel, I'm going to show you how to play 5 cool riffs by the band Boston. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at 5 really cool Boston riffs. Boston was one of my favorite bands and still is one of my favorite bands of all time. Tom Scholz is probably the most influential player on my style and my songwriting and my playing, even over, dare I say, Eddie Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen is my favorite player of all time, but I think Tom had the biggest impact and influence on me as a writer and player. Just because of the melody and the part writing and the harmonies. I just love it. So anyway, let's take a look at it. I'm gonna show you 5 really cool riffs off of Boston 1. I'll get into some in-depth analysis of some of these parts. And if you like this video and it's popular and you want to see a part 2, I'll extend it past Boston 1 and get into some Boston 2 and Third Stage, which I think is a highly underrated album. But anyway, Boston 1, let's take a look at Peace of Mind. Peace of Mind is in the key of E major. All right, and Tom knew a lot about music theory. I don't know if he was classically trained. I don't think he was. He was an MIT student. He was in engineering, but Tom was brilliant, right, in many, many ways. And he knew a lot about classical music. Theoretically, he wrote harmonies and chord progressions very much like a classical composer. So this song starts off on a 6 minor chord, right? Which is the relative minor of E major. He did that a lot in his songs. He played around with the relative major and minor a lot, and major and minor pentatonics. So this song starts off with C sharp minor, which is a 6 minor. It goes to an A, which is a 4 chord. It goes to an E, which is the 1, and then the 5, which is a 4 chord, okay? So, and the chords are like this. But he plays it like this. Like that, okay? So what I did there is I went C sharp minor, and I'm just playing the middle 4 strings on a C sharp minor chord. So we're on the 4th fret, 6, 6, on the middle, and the 5th on the B string. And then an A, like this, 2nd fret. Then we go. Then power chord E, then B. I play it like the A, but I just play the middle couple strings. And I do this little, like rock and roll all night. Or Start Me Up. So up to speed, it's okay, and then he's got this rhythm, or this lead part that goes. Like that. So this riff here, we're going to play off of this C sharp minor. So I'm on this D string on the 6th fret, and then the D string on the 5th, and then the A string on the 7th fret, and then the A string on the 4th fret. Just like that. Then we go, which is 1, 2, 3. So from the beginning, you can go like this. But I like to take my pinky up here on the 7th and then go back to this 4 on the A. So from the beginning, then we go. what I did there is I went, so I'm on the 4 on the A, and then I go up to the 6. I slide into that 7th fret, and then I'm on the 6th fret on the D, 7th fret on the D, and then the 9th on the A. I went 11, 9, 7. Back to this. Then we modulate to the major chord, to the 1. So up to speed, that riff sounds like this. And then the next part is just sounds like Steve Miller. So it's this E, and I'm going to play this major part. And then during the verse he goes D, A, back to E. And then the turnaround goes up to this B. And that riff is over. And so I think Barry might be going. '70s guitar players love this. Well, we love it in 2023. At least I do, anyway. All right, so there's peace of mind. Let's take a look at the ever popular More Than a Feeling, okay? So I'm going to put this in my middle pickup just and roll back a little bit just to get a nice chimey sound. Now, More Than a Feeling starts off with a D major chord, and we do this. So one thing I'm going to show you real quick is this. I'm going to show you how the introduction sounds, and I'll break it down. Then it goes in the chorus, okay? So what I did there is I'm on a D. Now if you notice, I play my D major differently than a lot of people. Most people play their D major like this. I flip these two fingers around just because I like to be able to do the minor chord sometimes, like, and I like to slide up. So if you're ever playing songs that require you to do the sus4, you can just pull off. You can go to minor, and you do a sus2. So anyway, I play my D major like this. Either way is fine, but so if you get weirded out by my D major, that's why I play it that way. So what we're doing here is we're going D, and then we're going to do a C9, and then we're going to lower this 3rd fret on the A string down to the 2nd fret. We're going to hold this position, and then we're going to play a G. So it goes D to the C9. I refer that to that chord as the every rose has its thorn C. That's a G chord with a major third on the bass, and then we're going to play the regular G, the every rose has its thorn G. So, and then what Tom does in this is he does this. he's doing an octave on the D, the low D, and this D right here. So he goes octave, and then we're going to play the A on the 2nd fret on the G. So what he did there is he went, I'm on the sus4, I'm going to play the 3rd frets on the high E and the B. So I'm going to release that sus4 and then go down this arpeggio. So it's an alternate picking, kind of bouncing around on the string. A lot of upstrokes there if you notice. And then we're going to go to this position. All I'm doing there on this C chord is I'm playing the C, an open G, and a D right there. So it's, and I'm going to put my pointer finger here and do the same thing. So it's this B, an open G, and then the high D on the B string. So, and what I'm doing there, I'm strumming, I've got the whole G chord right here, but I'm just going to go G and then an open G. So that riff sounds like this in slow-mo. And it repeats. And then the turnaround before it goes into the chorus is a little tricky. So we're going to play this C chord like this. We're not playing this open D. We're muting it with the fat of our middle finger. And we're going to go. There's an open E in there. And I got my finger on the D right here, this ring finger. And then we're going to go down to this same type pattern, open E and an open G. So from the beginning of that turnaround, he plays an A minor to a G to a D and then a sus4, because we're going to bring it to this G like this. So what I'm doing there, it's kind of like Smells Like Teen Spirit, but it's not. It's a bar chord G, a bar chord C, and then an E, and then a bar chord D. You can add the minor to the E if you want. So that switch, you got to go. That's very, very key to this song. That E goes. Kind of sounds like we're playing New York Groove. But we're not. So you got to remember that da da chicka da 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 chicka da da chicka da da. Now Tom might be playing this C up here also, which is highly likely because it almost sounds like he goes. To me, this C sounds better. The intonation and the brightness of the strings just sounds better to my ear. So I play it there. And then when he comes out of this, he does a E flat major 7. The very last chord. He's going to modulate. because we got to get back to the D major. So he's changing keys on us, and we're going to modulate back to the beginning because the next verse comes back in just like the beginning of the song. So when we come out of this chorus, it goes. Then he goes up to an E, to an A. Then he goes G. He rides that G down. So I just went G, F sharp, E. We find ourselves back to D. And that's how we get back to the verse. So to break that down again at the very end of that chorus. E flat major 7. I see my Marianne. See my Marianne. A, walking away. Now check it out. He goes back to the beginning. All right, so there's more than a feeling, and the turnarounds and the key changes explained, which a lot of guys never learn that part, or they don't know it. So now you do. The next thing I'm going to show you is the beginning of Hitch a Ride. Hitch a Ride is my favorite song off of Boston 1. It is probably my favorite Boston song just because of the guitar solo. I forgot how to play the guitar solo. I know parts of it, and I'm going to go back and relearn it. And I think I'm going to do a complete lesson on Hitch a Ride. It may not get a lot of views, but it's a personal goal of my own. I want to pay homage and tribute to that song. But Hitch a Ride is beautiful. It starts on a 12-string acoustic guitar. I think it's doubled. It's gorgeous, and it's kind of in A major and kind of in D major. Tom loved to play around with keys like that. So the beginning is, let me play this for you and I'll break it down. The beginning starts off with an open A, and it's broken up into octaves and fifths. And I'll show you the chorus in just a moment, but what I'm doing there is we're in A, but what I'm doing is I'm only putting my pointer finger on the A, the second fret, this A on the G string, and that frees me up to, I mean, I could play it like this, but really you can play it like that, you can do it like this. But I like to do it with my pointer finger because it frees up my other fingers later on. So it's like this. It's A, low A on the G string on the second fret, and then the high E, and then it goes back to this A on the second fret. 3 notes, but repeated. We go back to this note on the 4th time. You gotta be careful not to pick the other notes. And then we're going to let go of that string, and we're going to play this D with our ring finger on the 3rd fret on the B string. And what I'm doing there is I'm playing a low A, and I'm playing a G, and then I'm playing this D, and going back to that G, open G. So the first 2 chords, and I'm going to take this chord shape, which is a D major over an A bass. But I'm going to go. So I play the low A, this F sharp on the D string on the 4th fret, and then this D on the B string, and the A on the G string. So we're going to go. It's like a little arpeggio. We go the bottom 2 notes and the top notes in reverse. And then we're going to play the A like this. And what that is low A, and then the D string on the second fret, and then we're going to chime these, the A and the C sharp, and we repeat. Like that. I sound like Beato, like that. If I can only play like Beato. That takes a lot of effort. That's, for some reason, that's really hard for me to play. Then the chorus, when he goes, gonna hitch a ride, head for the other side, leave it all behind, never change my mind. It's a D with a sus4. That's gonna hitch a ride. Then head is on this D. So it goes from a G to an A. Then an E minor to an A, G, A, repeat. It just makes me want to go. I got to relearn that solo. All right, so there's peace, or not peace of mind. Hitch a ride. Hitch a ride. Okay, so let's listen to, or let's learn the next riff off this album I wanted to show you. I'm going to show you Smokin', right? Smokin' goes. Sounds like a Molly Hatchet song or a Leonard Skinner tune. So that's what I hear. So we're going to go. So what I'm doing is I'm on this A chord like this. And when you do kind of a boogie woogie, you gotta sometimes do octaves like. So what I'm doing is low A and this A right here. So what I'm doing is I'm going with my picking. So before we take this part, that thing I'm doing there, we're gonna go. Kind of as a shuffle boogie woogie. And in between that, we're going. I'm going C, C sharp to an A. And I'm going to take this, we're in the, it's like the F sharp minor pentatonic, but it's also an A major. Yeah. So F sharp minor is a relative minor to A major. So we're just doing the, which is the this little pentatonic lick. Very Leonard Skinner, very Molly Hatchet. C, D, A, D, C, D. So that riff is, so I'm on the 4th fret on the G string, and I'm going to go back to the 2nd fret on the G string. I'm going to do a quick bend. I'm going to go down to this 4th fret on the D string. I'm pulling off, pull up, then pick the, I can play the D like this, or I can just take my pointer finger and play the middle two strings, or these middle strings here for the D, and then C. What I'm doing there is I'm taking the C shape on the A and the D string, and I'm going to take my pinky and doing that little, boogie. Boston was like a classical, Baroque blues band. They did these blues licks and they did all this classical stuff and blended it together with harmonies. It was just sick. During the chorus or the solos, he goes. All right, Smokin. God, I love that song. I got carried away. Now, rock and roll band. We're going to do rock and roll band. That'll be the last one we do for today. I know this video is probably way past the point that anybody's probably tuned in and paying attention, but for those of you that hung on, I appreciate it. Please comment below, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. All right, so rock and roll band. It starts off, it's in E major, but it starts off on a 5 chord, a B. So I'm going to lift up my pointer finger and play that open A. So I'm going, while keeping this B shape. And then E. I'm going. A lot of this in this song, which I'm going to show you here in a minute. That's the beginning. Then build on a B. I went. Bend that minor third kind of to a major third. Now we're in E. All right, so Tom brought us into the main key of the song. So this riff goes like this. So what I'm doing there is I'm going. We're in E. We're going to chug twice. And we're going to go third, fourth on this low E. And then octave E. And then go one more time and then go to the A. So slowly. Then same thing on the A. Then go back to E, that turnaround. So slowly we're going to go E to A. A. The A I'm going just like the E, but we're in A. then you go, you got to get that punch right. What I did there went, which is, I'm going, which is the A string on the 5th and the 6th. So we're going to go. Only does that once in a while. Then we're going to go F sharp minor and B a sensation A. Then we go, and I'm here on the B string on the 9 and 7, and then 9 8 on the G. I slide into this. Okay, so one more time. Now we're going to modulate to the minor 6, C sharp minor to an A, C sharp minor to A, to an E, F sharp minor, chromatic up to an A, B, A, or E. So let me take that little chorus part. Rock and roll band. Alright, there's Rock and Roll Band. I hope this lesson was informative, it made sense. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing, comment below, heck, hit the notification bell, and as always, have a great day. Peace out.